Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the AEW Rampage report for the 25th of March. It's a show. Obviously, the standards, at least from my estimation, in pro wrestling have dropped drastically. There are good things on the show, don't get me wrong, but there's also stuff that doesn't need to be on national television. But that seems to be, a routine theory around these parts. There is some good stuff here, though. Then we kind of go forward into something of a little bit better run here. And again, too much talent, I think, is a problem AEW continues to have. But as we kind of dive into things here, we'll get there. Excalibur, Taz, and Chris Jericho on commentary. Don't need three such individuals. Um, you know, so Dustin Rhodes defeats Lance Archer with Dan Lambert, 931. Not a fan of Lambert being with Archer. This is unnecessary. This is a rematch from 2020, the TNT tournament. And then Archer comes to the ring, beating up one of the wrestling students of Dustin Rhodes. Dustin runs in to make the save. Dustin is super over after the pre-match stuff. They go back to the floor pretty quickly. Rhodes then misses a cannonball on the floor. Archer takes control back in the ring. Rhodes is bleeding from the ear. I'm not a fan of that particular deal. Archer goes after the face of Rhodes and continues to be aggressive. Archer bites Rhodes' finger. Comes back with a pair of clothesline. Does Rhodes, hits a power slam, but Archer counters it with a belly-to-belly suplex. Match is paced quite well. Hits a 13 punch and bionic elbow combination there. Rhodes then goes for the running bulldog. Archer counters. Rhodes comes back with a bulldog off the middle rope and then hits a crossroads for a near fall. And then Archer comes back with a vertical suplex. Archer then hits full Nelson slam for one count. Choke slam gets Archer another near fall, sets up the blackout slam. Rhodes slides off and manages to go. Archer then spots an exposed turnbuckle, goes and sends Rhodes into it, but drops down and sends Archer into it instead. And then Rhodes hits a quick jackknife cover, getting a pinfall. Surprising that Lance Archer takes a loss here. 9 minutes 31 seconds. Match probably went too long. After the match, Archer attacks Rhodes on the floor, sends him into the steps, bloodying him even more so than he was before. Rhodes Wrestling Academy people run out. Dustin beats Archer and gets destroyed. Archer then puts Rhodes through the ringside table, ending the segment. Don't know that this needed to be there. Anyway, so after the match, Archer attacking Rhodes is what we're pretty well left with. Lexi Nair interviews a disappointed Jay Lethal. Lethal has 2 losses on his records, but the guys that beat him, Ricky Starks and Adam Cole, had to cheat to do it. He said he lost to Sammy Guevara in his debut, but that doesn't seem to be bothering him. It's because, well, losing to a babyface is somehow different. Lethal has some thinking to do. There has to be a better way. Anyway, Fuego del Sol is getting promo time because, anyway, he cuts a promo thanking the fans for their support. Lights go out, and then members of House of Black come out. Buddy Matthews launches Del Sol into a knee strike from Malachi Black, and then Brody King destroys Del Sol with a Fire Thunder Driver. House of Black leaves, and they're confronted in the aisle by Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, John Silver, and Alex Reynolds of the Dark Order. Dark Order and House of Black coming soon. What a waste of time that'll be. Dan Lambert and the Man of the Year cut a promo. Lexi Nair. Lambert is still wearing the Co-TNT Championship despite Sammy Guevara, and then Lambert declares the TNT title is no longer subject to open challenges. If someone wants a shot, they're going to have to show they've earned it. Scorpio Sky is an afterthought in his own promo, but Scorpio Sky is, I guess, kind of there. Anyway, Red Dragon defeats Dark Order 5 and 10, so does that make them 15? 6 minutes of this match airs. Angels and O'Reilly start the match. 10 gets tag in, overpowering Riley. Fish comes in, tries to help. 10 makes it to the ropes, double shoulder tackle, taking down both men. Angels then gets a hot tag from 10, and Red Dragon are on top, cross bodies there. Angels hits O'Reilly with a leg lariat, and Fish hits an enziguri. Angels hits a Northern Lights suplex on O'Reilly, but counters into a guillotine choke. Then we go and see 10 hit a spine buster on Fish and sending him into O'Reilly in the process. Then we see a high-low. Red Dragon follows up with the Chasing the Dragon on Angels, and Fish gets the win. This is probably the best match of the night thus far. After the match, Fish and O'Reilly continue berating Jurassic Express, runs in, making the save after the Dark Order has been beating them down. Adam Cole runs in, steals tag title belts after the match. Fish and O'Reilly continues beating the Jurassic Express. And Adam Cole runs in and stealing the tag belts probably indicates that is a program. Red Dragon and Jurassic Express seems like a good enough program. Nyla Rose with Vicky Guerrero beats Maddie Brandrowski. 36 seconds. Why even have the match with that? Before the match, Jericho gives Nyla Rose the Sports Entertainer of the Week award. Haha. Anyway, Rose hits a pounce on her opponent and hits a senton. And Beast Bomb ending the match for Nyla Rose. Then we go to Hook's Certificate of Accomplishment Award. QT Marshall and Aaron Solo come out to give him the award. Hook comes out and Solo framed the award and let Marshall dismiss the shots here. Danhausen comes out and cursed Hook, but Hook walks past him. Commentary played up that Hook is impervious to curses. Main event promo time. Ricky Starks is fantastic, telling Swerve that he's excited from his he was exiled from his last house and evicted, and he's not happy with the guys coming in feeling entitled. Swerve's gonna make Austin whose house, Swerve's house, and that's time for the main event. Dynamite on Wednesday. Bunny will take on a new member of the women's roster in the Owen Hart Cup qualifier. Darby Allin with Sting defeats or goes against Andrade. What a horrible match that will be. I don't get the Andrade thing. Anyway, FTR versus the Gun Club with Billy Gunn. Not exactly the best of situations there either, but at least FTR's on TV. House of Black versus Fuego del Sol and Evil Uno and Stu Grayson for next Friday's Rampage. They really don't care. Anyway, and the owner of the company is going to make announcements on social media about what's going to be on this program otherwise. Anyway, so Ricky Starks defeats Swerve Strickland on to retain the FTW Championship. Starks takes Strickland down to the match early and works a front face lock in. Strickland counters into an arm wringer. Starks breaks free, takes him down. Deep arm drag for his trouble. Starks then hits a signature maneuver. Lock up and Strickland takes down Starks and hits a drop kick. Swerve then walks into a boot in the corner. Starks sets him up and sends him head first into buckle and shows split screen. Back from split screen, there's Tornado DDT attempt. Starks then encourages the commentary table and friends to cheer for him. And then Starks goes back into a back suplex. Swerve hits a knee strike and then hits a pair of running clotheslines, elbow to the back of his opponent's head. And then Swerve hits a leaping flatline for near fall. And then we go. Swerve goes half and half suplex. Starks counters and hits a double underhook. Strickland counters, go behind and send Starks to the floor, coming off with a running shooting star press. Back in the ring, Strickland hits Starks and counters him with a suplex attempt. Roll up for a 2 count. Starks and Strickland on the floor. Powerhouse Hobbs comes out of nowhere. Body block to Strickland. Hobbs throws Strickland back in. and Starks hits a Rochambeau, getting the pin. Probably, again, a really good match. After the match, Starks and Entourage comes in, Banner celebrating Starks' victory. Keith Lee comes out to crash the party, sending both members of the Entourage through the banner and taking them out. Taking out the other two, Lee, Strickland, Starks, and Hobbs get into a huge brawl, and they get separated as the show goes off the air. That's a match, tag match wise, I'd love to see. Anyway, we'll come back with more right after this.